Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And I'll Be Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him.
How did one man rise so high with all these strange coincidences happening around him and nobody was able to stop him? Because if you look back, there's a strange pattern that kept repeating over and over again. Every time Diddy wins, someone close to him loses. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's freedom, sometimes it's even their life. And now, with him behind bars, kind of feels like the whole thing finally caught up with him. His legacy is obviously ruined. But when you look back at the empire he built and how he kept rising just as the people around him kept falling, you can't help but ask questions. Did he sacrifice them, or were they all just coincidences? The first name that comes up in this story is Biggie. Biggie was the foundation of Bad Boy Records. Without him, there probably wouldn't have been a Bad Boy Records. Diddy and Biggie built something powerful together, street music with mainstream polish. In just a few years, Biggie became one of the biggest rappers in the world. But in 1997, at the height of that success, he was killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. Diddy mourned him publicly. He released I'll Be Missing You, one of the biggest singles of that year. The song was about loss, but it also catapulted Diddy to a new level of fame. The song became one of the biggest singles of all time, earning millions and winning a Grammy. Diddy became a superstar.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album?
Right.
It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company.
It's like every artist that came up under Diddy either disappeared, got locked up, or died.
Then there's people that try to do bodily harm with me. They will be in the house with Puff. So I'm like, it's a funny game y'all playing behind the scenes. So when people see me, they just see me turned up. They just see me agitated. They just see me aggressive, but they don't know why. So if somebody, let's just say we run down on Gilly car, if we got guns or whatever, where we got them, and we trap Gilly, and then the next week, you see Wallow with me at your house, how are you gonna feel?
Yeah, I'm snapping out.
Tweaking, right? So now my head is bugging, like what's really going on, because every time something happened to me, it's somebody that's with him. But this is supposed to be the nigga I'm signed to. This is supposed to be who I'm getting money with. And I gotta say this because when people see me irate and they see me aggressive, they wanna, oh, what is Mase doing? Mase is bugging. No, it's a point you get to that you like, yo, I can't let you play because you playing now dangerous games. So imagine somebody doing that and then they over there talking about brother love.
At the height of his fame, Mase suddenly quit music and left millions on the table. For years, he stayed away from the spotlight. When he eventually returned, he hinted that the music industry and the business side of things had left a bad taste in his mouth. He even tried to buy back his publishing from Diddy later on, but said Diddy refused to sell it to him. Then there's Shyne, who's probably one of the clearest examples of how dark things could get. In 1999, he was supposed to be the next big thing, the new Biggie. But one night in a Manhattan club with Diddy and Jennifer Lopez changed everything. Shots were fired, 3 people got injured. Police arrested Shyne, Diddy, and Lopez, but Diddy and Lopez walked out free, but Shyne got sentenced to 10 years in prison for the shooting.
But there were 3 weapons fired that night.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right? There were 3 weapons fired that night, and they never took the fragments out of the victims. So we don't know who shot the victims.
Right.
The victim's saying Diddy shot her, right? And the bottom line is, I never said Diddy shot anyone. I just said I was defending myself. But he called witnesses to say that I wasn't defending myself, that basically I was just acting like a cowboy in the club. And so when I met with him, it's like, yeah, you know, it was the lawyers that, you know, made me do that to you, you know, my bad, I should have never listened to those lawyers, et cetera, but we're gonna make it right now. So I'll be honest with you, my idea of making it right is, you know, I thought I was gonna get like a $10 million check, you know, the next week. No, he's a billionaire.
Right.
I made a choice not to cooperate with the district attorney.
Right.
That deserves gratitude.
Yes.
And so, you know, I remember chasing him down, and I think he sent like 50 racks. And I was so offended. I was like, oh man, I said, this is crazy. I just see you spend $500,000 on your girl, and like, you know, this is your comrade that saved you so that you could be able to be in the position that you are in.
Right.
And that's what you think it's worth? I'm good.
Meanwhile, Diddy's career went on untouched. Next up was Black Rob. He gave Bad Boy one of its biggest street hits with Whoa. But instead of that success changing his life spiraled. He went in and out of prison, got sick, and years later, when he passed away, fans noticed something shocking. He actually died broke. And then Loon, he was another Diddy prodigy. After his hit I Need a Girl, Loon disappeared. Later, it came out he'd converted to Islam and got locked up on drug charges. He served almost a decade. And finally, G-Dep. His story might be the strangest one of all. In 2010, out of nowhere, he walked into a police station and confessed to a murder from 17 years earlier, a crime no one was even investigating him for. Now he's serving 15 years to life. He said he wanted to clear his conscience.
When he was with Bad Boy, you gotta realize he came in with Black Rob. He was supposed to be Black Rob's artist. But Black Rob didn't have no paperwork on him. It was only, you my man, I'm gonna bring you up here to Bad Boy. We're gonna do this music together. You know, you're gonna be my artist. And Puff synced that. And what'd he do? Snatched him away from Black Rob, put him on paper, you understand, and gave him a deal. You know, Rob didn't really care like that because he seen his man get on. And he brought him there for him to get on, but he didn't bring him up in there for Puff to steal him from him. But that's what ended up happening. I guess after, you know, a few songs and everything like that, Puff just didn't, he didn't like the vibe with G-Dep because him and Rob at the time was still doing some of the things that they was doing in the streets, and Puff couldn't control that and let him go, drop him.
Every artist who helped Diddy rise ended up either gone, broke, in prison, or completely out of spotlight. If you look at the pattern, Diddy always came out clean. Even the ones who made it didn't leave on good terms. Faith Evans, 112, Total, Carl Thomas all had big records under Bad Boy. They were part of what made the label legendary. But one by one, they left. Nobody was ever able to sustain success under Bad Boy except Diddy himself. Diddy was known for giving his artists the best exposure. Videos on MTV, luxury shoots, big features. But behind all that, the label owned everything. Artists didn't own their masters, publishing rights were signed away early on, and the few who tried to get them back, Diddy refused to sell. So while Diddy became one of the richest figures in hip-hop, many of the artists who built that empire couldn't even perform their biggest songs without asking for permission.
Diddy, he was really a genius, not for how he fucked over artists or blew up artists. He was really a genius is because when he signed you, he don't just sign you as an artist, he take your publishing as well.
Well, is it true that Diddy's mom and his kids own your publishing?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. To this day. They made sure that, you heard me, they took everybody away from us on making the band.
Yeah.
And they kept us tight-knitted towards when they present something to us, we got no other choice but to accept it. You heard me? Because if you don't accept it, you can go home.
Yeah.
That was the ultimatum. You don't accept it, you go home.
So yeah, man, we want it off, and our only way that we knew how to get off was with Puff. The kind of person with Puff was to bring it to the streets with the Let the Locks Go campaign. When we did that shit at one of them summer jams.
T-shirts,
yo, you seen it? We had hats, T-shirts. We had the whole crowd. Let the locks go, chicks and yell, hey Puff. He'll turn, they go, let the locks go, mother. Like, yo, it'd be some crazy shit like that. That shit was getting to somebody that would get to you.
Things got so bad that they went on New York radio demanding Diddy let them out of their contract. They said he was holding onto their publishing and refusing to release them. Even when you look at the people who came up with him at Uptown Records, it's almost like the same shadow follows that group too.
Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting? You want to know what they all had in common, though? They were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And I'll Be Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest motherfucker because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning is gone. Just him.
So whether you believe in sacrifices or not, there's no denying the pattern. It's like the higher he climbed, the more people around him faded away. Every era of his career comes with names that helped him rise and then somehow disappeared from the light. Do you think all these were just coincidences? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments.